On this podcast, we're going to be talking to all different kinds of people that are all on their own journey and they've all got their own story to tell. We're going to go beneath the surface. My name's Paul Schweiler and I hope you enjoy. All right, we're in. Amelia.
Oh my God.
Amelia Lamont. Amelia Lamont. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Episode 2.
I feel pretty special.
The Midwife Mumma.
I feel very special.
We've been chatting for ages. We thought we better actually press play, and here we go.
And here we go. Here we are.
Quickly tell us, Lamont, where's that from? Because you just
Scotland.
explained it. Scotland.
Scotland. It sounds French, and people think I'm really fancy. They're like, "Oh, Amelia Lamont," but it's not. It's Scottish. It's Lamont.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Love that. Thanks for taking the time. I know you're a busy woman.
So are you.
So
but
busy.
Yes, yeah.
I'm a busy woman.
Busy man.
Yeah.
Busy
I know you're
man.
so busy. Tell me, what does today look like for you? What's your week?
Oh,
Give us a run. Snapshot me.
Far out, God. So after this, I have to do 2 phone consultations. I have staff that do them, but I have to pick up the slack. Today I've got 2 phone consultations, and then I'll do some planning for another podcast I'm doing later in the week. I can't tell you about that yet. And then obviously mum life on top of that. And then I've got to go do my admin, got to do my social media stuff, which, can I just tell you, or you probably would get this, social media, takes up so much time.
It is full on.
It is full on. Like,
I'm not at the level of you though. But even still, sometimes I've thought in the past, I don't know about you, but I've thought in the past about potentially outsourcing it. But then I refuse to because I don't want to lose that personal touch.
so it's also, you don't really want to allow anyone into your business because it's a very private, sacred space that you've built up. And if you allow someone access into your business, you're allowing them into your Instagram, to your Facebook, into your inbox, into your messages. So it's a pretty hard, I don't know. I have used people in the past, and then like what you said, I felt like you lose your personal touch. So I just can't. This is my problem. I can't give control to anybody.
No,
and I
I'm
need
the
to.
same.
I need to because I'm so overwhelmed.
I don't think you need to though. Because if someone messages me on Facebook or Instagram about a property, I don't want it to come from someone offshore or even someone within my business. The answer or the questions won't be correct. I just can't let go of it.
So I remember when I did hire someone to go through my inbox, because I get over 500 messages a day on an average day, right? Just replies to stories.
That's absurd.
It's intense. It's very anxiety provoking, but
So if I get a reply from you on Instagram, I should be cheering.
well, but this is the thing. Everyone was like, have you hired someone because they weren't talking like me? So I'm like, this isn't working. Like, you know how I'm just a potty mouth sailor. So I got rid of them and I just went back to me. And then I just drowned in anxiety and just here we are.
Took it over again.
Took it over again.
Amazing. I was going to say, let's talk about midwifing later. Is that a word? Midwifing?
Midwife, not really. Midwife.
Midwife?
Midwifery.
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 That's what it was?
Yeah, midwifing.
So midwifing is not a word?
No,
okay. Well,
midwifery.
I'm going to run with it because I think it sounds good.
You can run with it. Like, what else?
Let's talk about that after. I want to know a bit about Amelia, the non-midwife. Tell us, give us some
non-midwife.
background on, how old are you?
I am 36 and I feel so fucking old.
Do you? Why?
Yeah. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Sorry. I swear.
You can
way
say
too
whatever
much.
you
I've
want.
got to get more professional.
No, don't. Please don't.
Yeah. So I've always been baby obsessed, always wanted a million kids before I started any of this, before I became a midwife. And then you wouldn't believe it, when I left high school, I was not an academic at school at all.
Here.
I was the kind of, you went to a fancy school though.
I know. What enter score did you get?
28. What?
Bullshit!
Why?
I got 28.
No way.
I swear to God. Let's just quickly off topic.
Yep.
Yeah, I did go to a fancy school, but it was a great school. But anyway, if you don't get 30, if you get below 30, you don't get in the paper. And everyone was checking the paper and checking their enter scores, and I wasn't in there. I'm like, oh dear, I'm in trouble.
Did your parents be like, I just paid so much money per year?
No, because I
and you
tried to
gave
get
me
out every year.
Yeah.
Because I was going to get into a trade.
But you never got
I got
into a job.
28.0.
So
I don't even know how I got that. I didn't do any work.
My parents used to say to me, Amelia, I don't care what you do, just go to school every day. Just try your hardest and have fun. And what I did was had fun. Like, I've still got the bestest of friends from my high school, Our Lady of Mercy College in Heidelberg. And actually, my teachers now would be laughing at me, being like, what, you did nothing in high school.
Yeah.
I fucked around the whole high school.
Yeah.
So, I got a really bad enter score. I thought, I'm never going to be able to study. Like, I can't do maths to save myself. And that's such a big thing in, obviously, the medical world. So I thought, I'm never going to be able to be a midwife. So from high school, I went and worked, you're going to die, at a labour hire company.
Right.
I was there for 8 years, started as reception, worked my way up to executive assistant, and then I had a complete 360 and I was a sales rep on the road in full PPE gear, rocking up to all the big, massive construction civil sites. And yeah, I was sales.
So you wanted to do midwifery?
Always.
Oh, you did?
Always.
Okay.
But I was like, I didn't even get into school. I would never be able to get into that.
What do you need to do to get into it?
You need to be fucking smart and you need to have an enter score of like, well, now it's, I think, 85 and above.
Wow.
Back then when I probably finished would have been about 70 and 28. Come on, 28, 70. Yeah.
So if someone is going through high school right now and they want to be a midwife and they don't get a score, is there a way that they can still get around?
Yeah. So like me, I finished my VCE, so I went in as a mature age student. So there are ways around it, but I had to sit like an exam. I had to submit so much paperwork. I had to submit essays. It was a long process, but the best part of all of this, my wonderful boss, who was amazing, he still paid me full-time to work from home for him while I studied full-time.
And he was okay with that?
Yeah, because I was like his EA and he was like the best person ever.
That's amazing.
I know. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did.
So what was it early stages that made you go, I want to be a midwife? Like what was the attraction?
I think when I was working on the construction sites, I'm like, what are you doing? I was just so like, Hannah had lots of kids and, you know, I was always helping my friends with babies. I wanted lots of babies and I just couldn't get rid of that idea of helping women through birth and pregnancy and yeah. So I applied off a whim and Ambrose is like, why? What are you doing? Do you really want to do that? And yeah.
So you always knew?
I always knew. Always.
What about you, like going back even earlier, what, you know, when you have the dreams, when you're 5 and 6, like Will tells me he wants to fly.
Before that, and still now even, like still would be my dream now, was always to be a TV presenter or in radio.
That could work for you.
I could, but
there's still an opportunity to get down that
path.
path.
Could I really compete against Carrie Bickmore to all of those wonderful girls out there? I don't think I could. But yeah, that's what I've always wanted to do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Radio, that's amazing.
Oh, radio, amazing. TV presenting, even better.
Well, you're talking to the right people at the moment to potentially...
if anyone wants to hire, I'm here.
Would you ever look for another role? What would it take for you to walk away from midwifery?
Well,
I like saying that word now, by the way.
Yeah, you love that word, don't you? I could never walk away from mid. It's like my absolute number one burning passion. Like I don't think at the moment I'm just working in the field, like very casually every couple of months. It goes through ebbs and flows. When my business is quiet, I'll pick up more shifts. But at the moment it's not quiet. So I'm barely working there. But I will never give that away ever, ever, ever. But if someone said to me, the only thing that could stop me in my tracks right now with the Midwife Mumma business that I have going is if someone said, hey, I've got this really wonderful role for you in TV or radio. And I would, consider that for sure, 100%.
Amazing. You never know. Never say never.
Never say never. I applied for Big Brother once upon a time.
I did back in the day too.
Oh my God, are we twins?
I made it to stage 2.
You did not.
I lined up at my music bowl all day.
At like 6 a.m. I got there,
and I got there and I got through the next 2 stages and then that was it.
I can't believe they didn't choose me.
I'm applying for Survivor too, but I love Survivor.
But you've got to be, are you fit? I'm not saying you don't look fit.
Are
you strong fit?
Not really. My shoulder's pretty crook.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm trying to recover from that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Ambrose to go on Survivor or The Amazing Race because he's just got so much tenacity. But yeah, I could never do that. I'd be like, I just need to go home.
Yeah, true. But growing up, so brothers, sisters, what's happening at home?
So I've got an older brother who is 44, I think, a sister who's 41 or 42. Then there's Hannah, who you know well. Yep. She's 39, nearly 40. Then there's me, 36, and my baby sister, Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah.
So even in your family, there's lots of kids.
Lots of kids.
And you said before when you arrived, because by the way, this is the first time we've ever met. So I'm learning, we've spoken a lot through Instagram, but I'm learning so much about you now. Your husband comes from a big family.
Yeah. So Ambrose is one of 7 kids and there's only 1 girl and 6 boys.
Unreal.
I know. And then I'm on the other side. There's only 1 boy and 4 of us girls.
Because you want to have more kids.
Yeah, I want to have more kids. How am I going to stop?
Well, I don't know. Do you need a bigger house?
Well, I'm building quite a big house now, 5 bedrooms. I just said to Ambrose, we made a joke about having a 5th. I'm like, but where would the 5th baby go? We don't have enough bedrooms.
Just keep building.
So they can share. Well, that's hopefully one day we'll build a bigger house, double the size, like a tennis court.
Yeah.
But they're dreams.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in McLeod.
Yeah, right. So you're local. Always been local.
I'm pathetic. I can't leave my area. Like I'm just in Lower Plenty now and my siblings and I and mum, we are all literally 2 minutes apart. It's ridiculous.
Amazing. How'd you meet your husband, Ambrose?
Oh, gosh. How did I meet Ambrose? Well, Hannah, actually, my sister, used to harp on about this guy, Ambrose, who she used to have a crush on back in the day, but he was older than her.
Oh, okay, all right.
I know. And then one day I met him out at Ruba. Do you remember Ruba in Ivanhoe?
Yeah. Always used to go there Friday nights.
We were there with the Monty Footy boys
Yeah.
and all of us girls. And, it's a really weird story. My best girlfriend, Cassie, her dad was dating his auntie. And he's like, oh, my God, I think your dad's dating my auntie. And I was like, what's your name? He's like, I'm Ambrose. And I was like, oh, my God, my sister loves you. And then he's like, oh, okay. And then just from there, I literally from that night, I think we have ever spent in the last 17 years 2 weeks apart.
Wow.
Maybe 3 weeks.
Did you kiss him on the first night you met him?
Oh, yeah, but very awkward. And he's like, I was such a baby. I was like 19. And he was like, hey, do you want to come back for coffee to my house in Northgate?
All right.
And I was like, no.
How old is he?
He's older than me, 7 years older.
Yeah, right. So he asked you back for a coffee.
For a coffee.
You're 18.
What a wanker.
What do you say to that?
What a wanker. I said, no, I'm a good girl. Oh, my God. So, yeah, no, that didn't happen. But then the next night we caught up again, and then the next night, and then the rest is history.
That's amazing. I love that.
It's been a very long time together.
I reckon Rhubarb matched a lot of people.
I reckon Rhubarb.
Emily and I reckon we used to go to Rhubarb at about the same time. We never crossed paths, but like everyone went there on a Friday night.
Oh, everyone went there on a Friday night. I know.
Wow.
I used to see you at the Eltham pub. You probably wouldn't remember.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you
How long ago was that?
You were like the hot guy at the bar back in the
Eltham
day.
pub?
Yeah, Eltham pub on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, every now and then got down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the Eltham College boys.
Even if I didn't go there, I'd probably take it because, right, I was there. I was the hot guy.
There, yeah.
Well, we're a similar age anyway.
Yeah, you're a year older.
I'm a little bit older.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like a good story, how you find out about your partner.
I think everyone in the area secretly knows one.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. So primary school, what primary school did you go to?
So I went to St. Martin of Tours in Rosanna.
Okay.
Where did you go?
Yarrambat.
Oh, did you go to Yarrambat Primary?
Yeah.
Oh, you are such a local boy.
I did prep at Manuel because I used to live in Viewbank, which used to be called East Rosanna.
Did you really live in Viewbank? I've got so many friends there. My brother's
Somerset
Viewbank.
Drive.
Are you kidding me? My brother's next to Somerset Drive.
I love Somerset Drive.
What the hell?
It holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah,
I often
right.
drive down there and just stalk.
You know the pony club there?
Yeah.
I spent so much of my childhood
Did you?
there. Yeah.
Somerset Drive, yeah. But now it's Viewbank. So Banyule and then back to Yarrambat and then Ivanhoe.
Yeah, Ivanhoe.
Yeah. It was a great school, Ivanhoe Grammar.
Yeah.
I was happy with that.
Oh, you're lucky, yeah.
But, growing up, did you have a happy childhood?
I had the best childhood.
Yeah.
You know how people are like talk about their inner trauma, the inner childhood trauma? I genuinely don't think I have any of that.
Just a great upbringing.
I had the most wonderful parents, and they were always those parents that didn't get involved. So if there's bickering at school, no, sort it out yourself. There's trouble in paradise with the partner. No, well, you're a big girl. You can work it out. Did
they let you do things?
Yes, and I think that's why I was never a turd, because I respected them so much, and vice versa. I didn't have to lie to them. I didn't have to be like, can I please go out here? Because my mum was like, you can go. Just be honest and make sure you come back at this time.
Yep.
Or, make sure you do stay at your friend's house when you say you're staying at your friend's house.
So you worked with your folks a lot when you were growing up. You weren't against them. You weren't that brat kid.
No, never.
Did you go through an emo stage?
No, I was never an emo. I was never a turd. My baby sister, she was a turd and a half. She was the trouble child.
Georgia.
Yep. She's a little shit. She knows that. She gets away with murder though, doesn't she? Honestly, and I can hands down say this, and my mum will be rolling her eyes right now, I was definitely the only child out of the 5 that never caused grief.
Unreal.
I can confidently say that.
Wow.
Thank you
Good
very
on
much.
you.
Yeah.
Did you ever cause grief down the track now?
Look, I definitely stress my mum out now. She can't understand how our generation are so progressive. She doesn't understand the whole, well, why do you all have credit cards? That's just ridiculous. Can you pay them off? And can't believe the amount that we spend on houses. My house is costing an absolute packet.
Yeah.
And will be worth it. And she's like, I lose sleep over this, Amelia. How
Where
do
does
you
she
do
live?
this?
Mum.
Mum.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's still in McLeod.
Yeah, they're still there.
Still there.
Original
she's still
family
in
home.
Our family home. We haven't moved. Yeah.
Wow. Is it renoed? Or is it still
she's
original?
renovated. It's original. She's renovated along the way.
Yeah.
But
I love McLeod. It's pretty hip and hop these days.
Yeah.
And it's dear.
It's really dear. She has this thing that, there's no point selling. I'll never make good money. I'm like, Mum, you're sitting on a gold mine. But yeah, I've had really relaxed parents, great upbringing. I can't fault anything.
That's awesome.
Very lucky.
What else do you do in your spare time? What other interests have you got?
Oh God.
Because on social media, even I follow you and I'm obviously don't have that much of an interest in the midwifery.
Thanks.
But I'm really interested by everything you do. Like, you're very engaging, but like what do you do outside of that?
So, oh gosh.
What have you got hobbies? Like what
are my hobbies?
What do you do?
Being by myself without kids.
You love that?
And my partner around me, like having your own time.
Yeah.
I think the nature of my work is I am constantly on. And, you know, I look at the time on my phone and I'm online, like literally use my phone probably 12, 13 hours a day.
Yeah.
It's gross. It's like hideous. I feel so accountable to everyone in my inbox, everyone of my followers. It's like this addiction. It's bad. So when I have downtime, I'm like, I like to just chill and do fucking nothing. I go for a massage regularly. I walk very regularly. I'm doing the 28 by Samwood at the moment. I try and keep myself active to some degree. When I'm not doing that, I'll work at the hospital, or, you know, Ambrose and I go away a lot. I used to go away a lot more. When you have kids, it's different.
Yep.
But in terms of hobbies, shopping, going for a massage.
Do you a spender?
With my
Do you like to spend?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you like to buy?
Not massive amounts.
You're a brands girl?
I'm a brands girl, but not massive. I just had this conversation yesterday. Not really. Like, I am not like I said on Mother's Day, I'm not a princess. I don't need Chanel bags. I don't need this. But shopping makes me feel good. I work really hard, so it's nice to spend your money.
100%.
Whereas Ambrose is like, stop buying shit. We need to pay for this. And I'm like, okay.
Em's the opposite. She doesn't spend anything.
Oh my God.
She's such a tight ass.
I
She doesn't spend. It's honestly,
good for her.
Yeah, she does not spend. I have to force her. She wears clothes that she wore when we met. Aww, and I'm like, is that you?
She's so humble. That's
she
why.
She goes, no, I've had this. Here's a photo of me in 2009.
You're like,
wearing
babe,
this top.
I work my ass off. Here's some money. Go and do what you want.
I have to force her to spend money.
Yeah,
pretty good issue to have.
Yeah, it's a pretty good issue to have if you're a man, for sure.
Yeah. So, so transitioning into your role that you do now, where did you eventually went on your own? I know you're in business prior.
Had a business partner for a really long time, for 6 years.
How did that start?
Oh, so that started when I had Alfie. I started my own Instagram just because I was a stay-at-home mum and Instagram was new and it's lonely and would agree. So I started an Instagram about Alfie, and then I was having terrible sleep issues with Alfie. Right. And then I had a girlfriend and she was like, you need to go to sleep school. I went to sleep school. It's life-changing. So she gave me the push and I went to sleep school, and it was absolutely life-changing. From there, I came home, I spoke about it on my social media, like I just went to sleep school, Alfie's now sleeping 12 hours, and then these random, from a following of 400 people, it just built up and up and up. People were watching my stories every day of me getting Alfie out of the cot, me putting Alfie to bed, and they were like...
So you were just documenting what you were learning?
Just documenting normal motherhood, everyday stuff.
And at this point in time, are you a midwife?
Midwife.
Okay, so...
Definitely midwife, not a sleep consultant, not having a sleep business yet.
Yeah, okay.
From there, the interest generated of how are you getting your son to sleep? Like, I don't get this. Give me your tips. I was giving them tips and it was working. And then my girlfriend, who also went to sleep school, she was like, we need to do a sleep school. There's nothing... Like, sleep consulting was like not a thing back then. Yeah. So, we both certified ourselves as sleep consultants. And
what's the process with that?
So you don't actually have to qualify yourself, but we like to. We did a Australian, New Zealand-based sleep certification. So it was a year of intense lectures and submissions of paperwork and essays and plans.
Well, I suppose if people are going to come to you, you want to have something to show for it. You can't say, oh, I'm a sleep consultant and I'm great at it. Did it feel like it was necessary for you to get...
Do you know what? It actually didn't. I feel like I got more out of my practical, like doing hands-on with Alfie at sleep school than I did in my course. But it was good to certify myself and learn some things. Yeah. And it does make you more credible. Yeah. So, from there, we started our own sleep business. And to be honest, the first day we launched it, it was really busy. I was like, oh my God, we just made $400. Wow. And she was like, I know, this is just the beginning. And $400 back then, like 6 years ago, for doing nothing.
So 6 years ago, okay.
Yeah. And then it just... grew like
what's your Instagram handle back then?
Sleep school. Sleep_school.
Was that the name of the business?
Yeah.
Just sleep school.
Just sleep school.
You're lucky you even grabbed that.
Oh, there was a lot of stuffing around that, but so lucky because exactly, it's got great exposure. So we started this business together, sleep school, and then after 6 years, it was time to part ways. And
before you parted ways, which we'll talk about in a sec, like what was the how did your 6 years go? Like where did it?
Oh,
how did it grow?
6 years went very quickly. It grew from her and I managing it. She was still working full time at the time of starting the business. I wasn't. I was a stay-at-home mum, so I was pretty much doing the full-time hours, and she was doing the back admin stuff. And then it got to a point where we had to hire staff.
Yep.
So we hired some admin people, and then it came to a point where we just hired sleep consultant after sleep consultant.
So you just were you putting them on a salary, or it was just a
so
subby
it started
type
off as
thing?
just a commission, like we'll give you this job, and
Yep.
then half of them became on a salary, and it became like a full blown business model. Insane.
Were you turning over good money?
Yeah, excellent money.
Yeah, right.
Like sleep is just, and I think this is why it's such a saturated market now, is because babies are forever being born.
Yep.
Babies are always not going to sleep, go through periods of not sleeping well. And you have tired parents that need to function and go to work, so they seek help straight away.
Is there a lot of sleep school specialists out there now?
Yeah, so
it's everywhere.
It's everyone's gone, oh, okay, this is the thing now. We were lucky. We started it when we were one of the first. Really, it was quite an untapped market. But now every second person's a sleep consultant.
Does that shit you?
It doesn't shit me because I still think I'm really lucky. A lot of people come to me because I'm probably well known in the area.
Yep.
And I have a lot of sleep consultants that do want to work with me, which is really nice. Yeah.
So you're in business for 6 years with, was it your best friend or?
Yeah, she was, one of my best friends, yeah.
And like, where did you get to a point where you thought, I need to?
So it was getting quite complicated because the Midwife Mumma and Sleep School, there were two businesses. They kind of interlocked together.
So Midwife Mumma, obviously yours.
Yeah, Midwife
So you
Mumma
started
being
another
mine.
business on the side.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had the Midwife Mumma as my own, and then I had Sleep School on the side, and then it's really hard to explain. A lot of the interest was coming through the Midwife Mumma as an avenue.
Yep.
So then we had to try and entwine the Midwife Mumma into Sleep School, and it was just getting really messy, and the Midwife Mumma was growing. Sleep School was as well, but we were just going in different directions.
Why do you think the Midwife Mumma, and I mean, that's you, but I'm talking about it separately. Like, why do you think that grew so much more than Sleep School?
I put it down to, I think, because I showed up and put my face on there every day. And I think you know this as well with your social media. If you put yourself front and center, I am Shwala, I am the Midwife Mumma, people relate to you and they want to see you. They want to know who they're talking to. They don't just want, testimonials. They don't just want stories. They want to actually see you, feel you, know you, and they can relate to you.
Yeah.
And still today, I show up on my Instagram every day, and even days where my anxiety is suffocating me because I've got, A, B, and C to do. I make a point of being there.
Yep.
Because that's my business.
Of course.
That's me. And if I don't show up, I don't have a business.
Yeah. And what was your business partner's name at the time?
Marissa.
So was Marissa doing a similar thing to you?
Yeah. So she ran all the back end side of things. So in the business, I was probably more the face of the business. She did more the back end things.
That's where is that where the disconnect was? Because you were bringing in so much more business?
It's funny. You feel like it was very 50-50. I felt like I was putting in so much energy and effort being the face of the business, whereas on the back end, she was doing so much as well. But then there's that frustration of, I'm doing this, you're doing this. And it was just trying to run the Midwife Mumma on the side and showing up for that as well.
Yep.
It's really hard.
So what did you wake up one day and you thought, I need to choose one?
I feel like it was kind of like
was it mutual, or did you
decline.
split? Did you make the call? Was it a mutual thing?
I made the call.
Yeah.
I made the call, and it was the most harrowing time of my life because when you try and end something, it always, without meaning to, it ends up ending a friendship.
Yep. How did you feel when the day that you decided that you were going to walk away? What was your relationship like with Marissa?
Probably not as amazing as it once was. I think we both knew that it was coming to an end.
Yep. Did you try and end it in a sense where, did you try and make it that a friendship could continue after and make it really amicable and make it clean, and or was it just not? It just wasn't going to happen.
I think by that stage it probably wasn't possible, which is really sad because saying goodbye not only to your business that is your baby, and saying goodbye to one of your best friends when you didn't anticipate it to be like that, it was just the worst time of my life. It was horrific.
And what about following the breakup? Like, how did things go afterwards? Did you have complications? Like, what was
probably the same as you?
Yeah.
No, at the end of it, when I said goodbye to the business, I did my own thing for a year.
Yep.
I didn't work in the space, obviously. I took time off for a year and just kind of regrouped and went, what do you actually want to do? What am I passionate about? And then obviously once my non-compete was up, I thought, you know what, I still get asked this daily.
Tell me about your non-compete. Like, what was that about?
Oh, well, whenever you end a business relationship, you obviously have a non-compete period, especially because, she now took over my shares of the business.
Right.
So, like anything like real estate, you're not allowed to work in the same
non-compete
space.
is only enforceable if the other person wants to enforce it.
Yeah. but I felt
It's a
like
choice.
it is a choice,
Yeah.
but you feel like you're legally bound.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to do the right thing, you know, like I am not a greedy person. I am not a mole. I am just like, I just want this done. I just want to be amicable. I just want to move on.
Yep.
So yeah, I agreed, signed the non-compete. We separated the business. She continued to run sleep school as it was. And
So were you able to continue with Midwife Mumma or no?
Yeah, I was to a degree.
What was your restrictions?
Couldn't talk about sleep.
Oh.
Couldn't talk about sleep. I could talk about brief parts of sleep. I couldn't sell sleep.
Okay.
I couldn't sell my services.
You couldn't make an income from it?
Couldn't make an income from it.
Was that your major source of income?
Yeah.
So what did you do for a year? How did you earn money?
So what did I do for a year? I focused on my midwifery. I went back to work in
Mm-hmm.
the hospital, and that's what I really wanted to do as well. So my income came predominantly from the hospital and from selling my pregnancy guides and my birthing class. So
What hospitals were you working at?
Freemasons.
I actually only found out a couple of days ago that you were with my sister when she had Marlo, but you left. Apparently, you left about an hour before Marlo was born.
The birth, yeah. I was with her the whole time.
Yeah, but she said you're amazing and
Your sister's amazing.
But like, how do you? I'm off topic quickly. How do you if you're on a shift and someone's about to give birth and your shift's over, like,
so if I
isn't
know
that what you've been waiting for?
Well, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, of course. So if I know that someone's close, I will always stay for that birth.
Yeah.
But generally, as a midwife, especially being her first baby,
Yeah.
you have an idea of how far away a baby is,
Yeah.
and this felt like it was ages away. And then she transitioned very quickly, and unfortunately for me, I missed it. But yeah, no, if I know someone's about to have a baby, I will always stay for them. Midwives do. You
that's
just
really
you feel
cool.
like you need to, and you want to. You've been with them all day.
Yeah, you get connected.
Oh my God, it's like the best
You would
thing
build
ever.
a friendship or a connection with someone so fast in your role, wouldn't you?
Yeah, although some midwives are really different. Like,
Can you disconnect that? You got to keep
yeah,
that.
like a lot of midwives are very. I mean, the idea is that you're personable. You're
Yep.
with the woman, which is what midwife means. But a lot of midwives are very much like, let's just go to work, get the job done. You're a lovely patient, and I want to go home now, which is
But I'm
fine.
here to make sure that it goes through the way it should.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then there's other midwives that like to, I love chatting. I love getting to know people. I know everyone's life story in 2 seconds. Like, it's just, so I'm probably that annoying midwife where some patients are probably like, shut up and
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Yeah.
It depends on the patient.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you have rough days?
In general?
Yeah, like it keeps coming to me that like you're so busy, you've got all this work on the go. You went through a business breakup. You've got a big family.
Yeah.
Do you, like,
So
how do you cope generally
I
with?
probably don't cope. I'm probably like one of those high functioning anxious people. So when I had my second baby, Essie, had 2 under 2. We were discussing earlier.
Yep.
My relationship went through a very tumultuous period. It was hard. I ended up getting postnatal anxiety. When Essie was 9 months old, coincided with my period returning. So hormones were just absolutely rife.
Yep.
And it was like my business breakup and my dad passing away. It was just, I don't know how I made it back from that. It was the worst time ever.
Back then, did you think you were ever going to escape it?
I didn't.
You're in a hole.
I was in a fucking hole.
So your mental health was poor?
It was really poor. But do you know why? I worked out, like, when I sat down with the psychologist and she's like, all right, so tell me about your life. Tell me about A, B, and C. And I remember she stopped me and she goes, I just want to stop you. I feel suffocated with anxiety from you just telling me that first 2 minutes of your life. 2 minutes you've told me what you do right now and I can't breathe. So I don't know how the hell you can wake up in the morning and get out of bed.
Right.
And I was like, oh, well, that's just normal. And she's like, that's not normal.
It's not normal.
That's not normal.
So what changes did you have to make back then that you can remember?
Fuck everything. I had to get my relationship right. I had to stop trying to do everything in terms of my business.
You're trying to look after kids. You got 2 under 2. You're thinking about an income because
and I was making a really good income, and Ambrose and I were growing, we're growing our properties by that stage. So I was putting more money into houses, and I was like, "Fuck, I can't stop now." It was such a period where our growth was phenomenal in terms of the business. Like, I gave birth to Essie, right? No exaggeration, birthed the baby. Within an hour, I was breastfeeding her and I was on my phone writing back to messages. And I remember the nurse being like, oh, put your phone down and have a rest. I'm like, oh, I can't, it's my business. Because I was doing consults because that's how busy we were. And I think I never took time out to ever go, hold on, I'm a mum. I don't need to work right now. But I couldn't switch off.
Yep. Do you think that because you couldn't switch off, it's got to where you are now though? Like,
Yeah. So
Do you think if you did
definitely
switch off, you'd be where you are now, or it's hard to know?
No, I don't. I think if I switched off, I think I wouldn't be here. No. And I mean, I'm very grateful that I'm here, but it's definitely hasn't been easy. And some days, even now, like I get invited to events every day. You get invited to do podcasts all the time. You get invited to come here to this photo shoot, and I can't do it. I just wake up and go, I'm suffocating. I can't do this. I can't do it.
That's tough. And you got to put a dollar value on your time.
You do, and this is what I learned.
Yeah.
Like, and a psychologist is like, is it worth your time doing this?
Yeah.
And it's actually not.
No, it's not.
It's not. I don't need to go to events to meet all these people. Great exposure for your brand.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that anyway. And do you know what? I will say one thing about influencers. Not all of you, there's a lot of influencers on social media and you feel like, oh, I've got to keep up with the Joneses. I've got to keep up with them. You meet them at events. They can't even speak.
Yep.
They are so not what they are on their social media. They can't even hold a conversation.
Yep.
So I'm like, this is such a fake bullshit world.
Yeah.
So it came to a point where I was like, where's your time best spent? Where are you going to make your most money? Where are you going to be most content? And to be honest, it's working from home, doing a shift at the hospital and just being a mum to my kids.
Are you money driven?
I am very money driven, which is probably a really bad thing to say.
I don't think it is.
Well,
do you know what?
I don't feel like anyone's ever honest about that.
They're not. Do you know what? Quickly to jump in, when I first did my agent's representative certificate in a classroom, I remember that the I can't remember what his name was. It might have been Greg. He asked everyone around the class who's money driven. I think everyone was a bit too scared to say yes, and he said, from a sales point of view, people are too scared to admit that they're money driven. Like, that's what it's about. What's wrong with being money driven?
So I feel like anyone that says they're not money driven, that's a lie. Because why would you put so much time and effort away from your family for nothing?
No.
Like,
to feel good. If you want to feel good, go and work in an ice cream shop.
Well, this is the wonderful thing. I feel good in what I do, making my money, because I'm helping so many people along the way.
Yep.
If I was money driven and I wasn't getting anything out of it, like, it wouldn't be worth it for me. But I'm money driven because I want to be that person that can actually take my family and my extended family, my mum, my sisters. I would love to take everybody on an overseas trip and pay for it all and be like, you don't have to pay for anything. I've got this.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Yep. I love that.
One of my sisters, she's older, single. I would love to buy her a house. That would be my dream, to just be like, hey, I just bought you a house.
Yep.
Like, how good would that
And
be?
it makes you feel
Nothing
good.
makes you feel better than that. So in terms of money driven for myself, no, I don't like luxurious things. I love my beautiful home and things like that. I'd love to have a bigger home one day.
Yep.
But I'm very money driven, yes, because money's life, isn't it? It makes the world go round.
Yep.
But also along the way I get to help people. So it works well for my industry.
Money just comes from what you're offering. It's just it's the byproduct of it, really.
It is the byproduct of it. And I'm very grateful. Like, people are like, you've got to practice gratitude. Of course I'm grateful. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't grateful. So it goes both ways.
Let's talk about your Instagram account, because this is I don't know how many, like 100,000 followers, maybe a bit over.
100,000 followers,
yeah. So one, it's pretty evident that it's an organic 100,000.
Yeah, I've never once bought a follower in my life.
A lot of people, why do they do it? Why do you think they really do it?
Because people assume that the more followers you have, the more business you're going to get. And that's not true. You could have 20,000 followers and I could give someone my product to sell and she could make me more money than someone who's got 500,000 followers. Yeah. It's all about engagement.
Yours is really high engagement. I looked at your reels the other day, and some are up, some are down, but you average 50,000 plus engagements.
I feel like that's pretty rubbish, but it's not.
Like, what do you mean?
I wish it was more.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I just try and strive for more, but I realise that actually is a really good number.
It's a really good number. Like, I'm always looking around because, to be honest, I can't fucking stand people that buy their followers. It shits me. I want to message them.
It should really be
But whatever. But I'm always looking at engagement, and yours is really high.
Yeah.
Like, you should be proud of that. But, one of my questions was, which you answered earlier, is like, you get 500 messages a day. Probably everyone's coming for you. But you can make money off a good Instagram account.
Yeah, you can. So there's two sides to my business. There's the influencer side. I hate that word, where companies will want to work with me.
Why do you hate that word? Tell me why you hate that.
Because I feel like it's degrading a little bit. Like,
you?
oh, you're an influencer. Like, it's such a bullshit title.
Yeah.
I am a businesswoman that has a great following that like the products that I promote.
I think it's a bullshit word. I mean, from my point of view, some people call themselves influencers and they're clearly not. you genuinely are an influencer, even though the word may not sit right with you. You are an influencer, where some people really claim that they are when they're not.
So I guess there's a lot of different type of people. There's some influencers that will just take on any job that comes to them to make a buck, and that's great. Good on you.
It's horrendous. It stands out.
They make a wonderful income, and sometimes it works for them. But then there's other influencers where they work with brands over a long-term period, like partnerships, and it works well. Like I've got a really good partnership with Emma Mattress, one of them, for example. And I just thought, you know, a few people bought things here and there. And then when they reported back to me, they're like, no, your sales are insane. Like you are just so, and I'm like, oh, and I genuinely use their product. Like it's not like
people insane as in people are buying off the back of what you're posting.
Yeah, so like obviously I'm influencing people to buy their product, which is the aim of the game, but I genuinely use their products.
Yeah.
Whereas
and that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And you get a kickback.
Well, yeah, but it's also like I genuinely use that Emma mattress. Like I didn't just say, oh my God, I love this mattress and put it on my bed for the video. Yeah. I sleep on that every goddamn night. Yeah. HelloFresh, for example, they work with so many influencers. I've worked with them for many years, not working with them at the moment, but I'm still buying their product and still using it. Yeah. And I'm not even getting paid to do that, and I'll still talk about it. Yeah. Because I believe in that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How many people do you work with?
At the moment, I've got probably 5 collabs at the moment this week. But I'm a bit choosy. Like I get a lot of beauty people.
You could make more money than you.
I could make a lot more money, but that's not authentic.
You wanted to align it with who you are, and you don't want to become that person that just does it with anyone.
Like I had a company wanting to give me Botox because I need it more than anybody. Like, hello, 1,000 lines on my head. And they were going to give me free Botox worth $500, and they were going to pay me like a substantial amount to promote their clinic. Now, number one, I'm breastfeeding still. I can't get Botox. Number two, I'm not really into that. So if I did that, my followers would be like, you fucking bullshitter.
Yeah. It's a fine line, isn't it? Knowing
it's such a fine line.
Whenever you do a collab, do you always sit back and go, right, what's my audience going to think about this?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. I don't go.
What if you believe in it though and it feels right, but you know that your audience might not think it's the right way to go? Do you think about them more than yourself?
Yeah, because sometimes like it comes at the cost, doesn't it? So sometimes a company could be offering you wonderful money, but if you're going to promote
what do you get off? Like, give me some numbers. Like what's
fuck? Really?
Tell me.
This is hard. Yeah, it depends. It goes in ebbs and flows. Like this week I've signed up a few partnerships and I've had a really good week, but maybe I won't in the next 2 weeks.
Do you chase them or do they come to you?
No, I don't. They come to me. And that's probably something I should do. Yeah. I could probably triple my income if I put time into approaching businesses and be like, hey, let's work together because, you know, my audience would love this. I mean, look, when I have a baby again, I'm sure collabs will blow up because I've already had companies reach out to me. Yeah. Like, you know, I want to pay to trial my pram and da-da-da-da-da. So maybe I'll reach out to companies, you know, when I'm pregnant again and work with some more companies. Yeah. But like what you said, it's a fine line. I don't want to just do it just to get paid because then your following drops off, your engagement drops off and people go, you're annoying. Yeah. I see some people do posts with people and I'm like, oh, I probably wouldn't have chosen that one. That doesn't make you look very good. Like I got offered a really good fee to do this LED like face mask. Everyone knows about them. Every influencer's doing them and they're great, but I don't use them and people know that I wouldn't use them because I've talked about them in the past. So I said no to that collab. Very annoying because it was a very good payment, but that's not me. And my followers would know I'm full of shit. I really love that. And I think that's probably why you're so highly engaging and why everyone gets around you so much is because you make the right choices with business. Yeah, and I think I'm just honest. I try and be honest. I try and keep it real. Yep. Life is hard. Yep. It's hard. It's not easy. Yeah. What are some of your best moments with your job? Oh, from a midwifing point of view, like have you? Oh, there's nothing better than starting your day with a couple coming in to have their baby and finishing the day with a birth. Like there is nothing beats seeing a baby be born. Right. Even cesarean section, it's the best experience ever. I never tire. You obviously like it because you post them on your grid and I'm like, I'll skip past that shot. One. Yeah, I'll skip past that pretty quick. I'm like, well, don't go on my Instagram. It's I know. It's your audience. Yeah. And like I said a little while ago, I'm not really that interested in midwifery. I'm not, but I watch a lot of your stories because I think it's because you're passionate about what you do. Yeah. You get me interested in what you're saying, even though it's not. No, like some of them I might skip past fairly quick, but like it's what about my Mother's Day rant where you're like, shut up. About your husband? Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, watch that. I've got to stop swearing. Yeah. Seriously. No, you can swear. But like I really engage in what you do because you can sense that you're
authentic and you're passionate about everything you say. So like I can't not want to listen to you.
I'm a very passionate person and I will tell you as it is and I will always stand by that.
Yeah.
I'll never lie.
Yeah, that's grouse. What does the future hold? You've got big goals? Or do you just run? Is every day and every week you kind of just see what happens?
So this is where I need to get better at things. I'm really, and it's probably my anxiety that does this, is I'm not good at being organised.
Okay.
I'll have weeks where I will just absolutely dominate and get 5,000 things done and A, B and C and ticked all these things off. And then other weeks I'm like, oh, I'm so tired from last week and hello anxiety, it makes me feel like shit. So then I just have a lull week.
Anxiety is a real thing.
Anxiety is a real thing.
And because you video yourself all the time, sometimes I do a lot of live video walkthroughs and people always say to me, oh my God, Paul, you're so good in front of the camera. Sometimes I sit in my car for 20 minutes at a house before I'm mentally ready to get out and press play, even today. And people don't know that.
Yeah.
But you don't always, I'm not always, this is X amount, I'm at this house, oh my God, it's amazing, check this out. Like sometimes I just can't do it.
You can't
Some
do
days
it.
I don't do
Some
it.
days you can't show up.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yep.
You seem to be pretty consistent though, you just get it done.
I get it done, probably high functioning anxiety, but then I also crash in the background. Like I get home and I say to my sisters, oh my God, I can't fucking breathe. I cannot catch my breath this week. Like I'm really good at saying, like I'll say to Ambrose, my anxiety is really, really yuck. I feel really bad this week. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I said, I don't know. I just feel like I'm suffocating. Like I'm really good at voicing that.
Do you have panic attacks?
Oh, I used to. Oh my God, that's how it started. I was in a hairdressing salon. Life was stressful. My business was up here. My relationship was shit. I had 2 kids and I was getting my hair done. Felt really good that morning. And then I had this major panic attack and it just didn't stop from there. It did not stop. And I was like,
do you still
what
get them
is
today?
happening to me? Not really today because...
Do you feel it a little bit?
Yeah, I feel it all the time.
But you can handle it?
I can, well... If I'm honest, medication helps you handle it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure. How long have you been on antidepressants for?
So when I had Essie, so 5 years. 5 years.
Do you feel like you want to get off them?
No.
You don't?
I don't. I feel like this is like so bad to say. I mean, I don't have the depression side of things. I've just got the anxiety. I feel like I wouldn't be able to get 99% of things done if I wasn't on this medication. And I feel like I'm probably really bad because all my friends that they battle and they go through periods, I'm like, honestly, like, get on the meds, they save you. But I know that's not the answer. Like,
it's not.
Behind the scenes, you have to do a lot of hard work. I exercise every day. I have to try and eat the right foods. You know, if I eat a lot of sugar, it triggers my anxiety out of 100%. Control.
Yep.
Oh, it's terrible. If I don't get adequate sleep, I'll wake up a basket case.
Time to go to bed?
Oh, too late. Like,
that's normal.
Normal midnight.
Really?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Is that because you can't stop working or is your head just spinning?
Yeah, both. Yep. I'll get into bed and I finally got all the kids down and then, you know, Ambrose is on his computer and then I'll be like, you know what it's like. You finally feel like you can take a deep breath and then you just scroll. Oh, an email came through. Oh, let me research this.
Yeah.
Like I've got a business brewing in the background that I've actually been working on for 2.5 years. Longest I've ever.
What is it? Is it
my mother suckers business?
Right.
And I'm a type of person, Paul, if I have an idea, I execute it within like the week. Like I make it just happen because I hate waiting on things. This is the first time I've ever worked on something for this long because I just know that this is going to be a mammoth thing. So that's consuming a lot of my time right now.
When is it? Can you touch on briefly what it's around?
Yeah. So I've spoken about it before.
Have? Okay.
Yeah. So Mother Suckers, it's a...
What a name.
What a good name, right?
That's,
I came up with that.
Didn't you write that in a message to me? I'm like, I think she got the S and the F around
there.
Yeah, probably. And I'm, whatever.
Probably.
So what is it? Like, give me an overview.
So essentially it is underwear for the pregnant, postpartum woman, for a pregnant woman, a postpartum woman or someone that's not pregnant. Very saturated market, but mine's different and I can't talk about it yet because the patent is coming through. So
that is so effing clever.
Well, it's not really because everyone does it.
No, but I love the fact that you're thinking outside of what...
Yeah.
Like you already do really well. Why think of something else? Because you know you're working within a niche.
Yeah.
And I love that shit.
But this is me. Like I've had 2 other businesses in between and they did really well and then I sold them because I'm like, oh, I've got another idea now. Let's do this now.
Yeah.
Like I had a baby clothing company and it like a baby, you know, cups and stuff and I sold that. That was doing really well, but I sold that because I'm like, right, I want to move on to the next big thing. I had a clothing company, absolutely dominated, but it was taking up too much of my time and I'm like, this is where I want to get to.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you just got to get out of the way.
the thing is, this next business, Mother Suckers, I'm getting investors for it, and I really didn't want to.
That's an interesting comment.
Yeah, really didn't want to, but I know it's going to be that big that I kind of have to take the leap and go to the next level.
Okay, so you don't want to start organic because it's not going to get to where you know it can. So you may as well just jump in and get people to
Yeah, I'm really.
How do you get investors? Like if people
in.
reached out to you and said, I'm in, or have you gone to people and said?
I've got a lot of people in the field that I can lean on and say, hey, I've got this wonderful concept and I haven't even mentioned it to anyone yet.
You're taking smaller investors?
What are you thinking? Starting at 100,000, Paul.
Okay, wow, all right, yeah.
No. Yeah, I've got a few. Ambrose has got a lot of really good connections through his business.
Yep.
So there's a few people we're working with right now.
Yep.
But I just have this thing. I find it so hard to give control over my idea, but you need it to excel to the next level. You know, I'm talking that this Mother Suckers, I aim for it to be like bigger than Bonds, even and Burley, and
even the
all
name,
that kind of stuff.
The name? Did you think of that name?
Yeah. Yep.
How'd you work that out?
I don't know. This is my brain, Paul. Like this is
It's
me.
such a clever name. It's almost like a I'm trying to think on the spot here. It's a click. It's almost I'm thinking of it as like a clickbait name in a sense where if you don't know what it is, what is Mother Suckers? I'm going to click on it and find out anyway. Like it's a really amazing brand name.
How I thought of it was obviously in my space on my Instagram for the last 7 years, there's one thing it's common ground is there's mums and pregnant mums and what do they need and what do I need as a mum?
Yep.
So mother, being a mum, but I'm also going to extend it past mums, other people that aren't mums, but the suckers. So it comes from the part of, this is going to sound really gross for you boys here, sucking up the fluid.
Right.
So whether it be from your vagina, from your breasts, from your cesarean section wound,
So it's only something to be worn. Is it an everyday all year round thing?
So there's a few different variations.
Okay.
A few different items, different SKUs that we're doing.
So you've got some there for the before and after birth. And then you've got stuff
after birth,
yep.
And the idea is that it sucks the tummy in, makes the mum feel slim and tucked in, compact again.
Do you make them for men? At the moment, I wouldn't mind one of those.
That's what Amber
to be honest.
said. There's lots of things coming.
Let's chat.
So we're just starting with this one item, but it sucks the mum in and it also sucks up the fluid at the same time.
Yeah, right.
So it's very different to what is on the market. I've done something different and I can't talk about it until the paint goes through because I'm so scared someone is going to steal this idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I love seeing people think of new shit and win at it. I love it.
Paul, you should see me at night. I'm like, I've got another business idea every night. It's so bad.
I'm the same.
Like, oh my God, I've got this. I'm going to do this.
I've got my list of different things. My brain's always, how can I be better? How can my business be better? What else can I do for another income stream that people are still going to see value in? I'm always thinking about it. I've got grouse ideas there, but I haven't.
Do you know what I would love to do? Just another thing, and I've done it for a few companies, is consult for other companies because I look at Instagram and I'm like, oh, if that company did that, they could make that so much better.
Yeah.
Like if they just did this, that could be so cool.
Yeah.
Like I want to help, but my own business needs help. Do you know what I mean? I need someone to run my Midwife Mumma now because it's so busy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen?
Yeah.
How do you find the right person?
Well, this is what I said before. It's so hard to find the right person because you're letting them into your inbox, your emails. And can you do that? I don't know. It's really hard.
So it'll be someone that actually answers questions for you or pretty much directs them in the right...
Yeah, probably directs them more in the right way. I don't want to lose that relationship that I have with my followers. I've got people that still message me daily that have become really good friends that have been there since the start. I'm closer now with some of my followers, which sounds so stupid, than some of my friends that I had in high school. Like some of them, literally, we talk every day and they know so much about me and we've met in person and
What about people that message you on Insta? Like, where's the line between them trying to take advantage of you without paying you?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of that.
Like, do you want to jump on as a client, or at what point do you go, you know what, this is too much for free? Like everything's worth something.
So everything was free and time is money now is something that I've learned. Had a girl the other day, I have a girl every day, several times a day. They're like, hey, so my son won't go to sleep. Can you, what's your best tips for this? And I'll be like, no, I created a guide for that because I'm so sick of answering 5,000
That's why you created the guide.
Yeah. That's why I created the guide. I've tried to come up with an answer for everything because even though I love doing it, what happened was I was so obsessed with my business and so obsessed with helping these mums. And when you get these messages from them like, you saved my marriage, my relationship, my child's so happy now, my child's crawling, they're finally sleeping because of you, I can't thank you enough. You get so enthralled in that you forget your own kids. That I will be like, Alfie, just wait. I've got to, texting this lady back. And it became this like obsession where you felt like you had to help everybody. That I had to go, at what point do I have to parent him?
And it was for free. You weren't even getting a return for that.
And for free.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I've got to be smart about this. I've got to be smart about my time moving forward. What am I going to do? And that's what I did.
Very clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be proud of that.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. But yeah, I'm still navigating now how to balance my time between being a mum, a midwife, my business.
Yeah. And I think a good
partner.
lesson out of that is like you're literally following your dream, right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, midwifery is always my dream, and babies and mums
you're
are my
making
dream.
something more of it.
Yeah. Yep.
What advice would you give out? Like, I'm hoping and I'm thinking there's probably going to be a lot of females that watch this.
Hopefully.
And a lot of them are aspiring to be great in business, or they want to follow what they want to do.
Yeah.
You might say, I always make posts about if you're not doing whatever you love, just fucking quit it. Do you mean?
Well, it's so true though, isn't it?
It is true. I believe in it. I mean, it's not that easy
Yeah.
because people can't just leave and not have an income. But what advice do you give to people that, particularly females, that aren't where they want to be and they're not following their passion and their passion's not their paycheck?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're going to live a really long life if you do it that way.
Yeah.
And like what you said, not everyone has the option to just stop what they're doing and take a risk.
Of course not.
I obviously took a risk being a stay-at-home mum. I didn't have a great income. We were just, Ambrose and I were just battlers back then. Like we just, made ends meet. I feel like if you're true to yourself and you actually, I hate that kind of talk, but if you do believe in something, if you are true to yourself and you really believe it should happen, then make it happen.
Yeah.
You don't have to quit your job yet.
Yeah.
You can start your little project on the side and gradually build it up. But I think you would agree as well, moving forward, Instagram is the marketing of the future. It is. And I can't believe
TikTok, you on that?
I'm not, you know what, I am, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I need to,
same.
that's something I need to do. Like I'm at the stage where people are like, oh, you need to hire a junior videographer and just film 10 TikToks in a day. And I'm like, I hate that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
But it is the way. Even I have to get a bit more progressive.
Yeah, same here. How would you describe midwifery to someone who's sitting there watching this right now thinking, I think that's a career I'd like to get myself into. I'm not too sure what to expect. Like how could you briefly summarize it? So
midwifery is wonderful, but it is very tiring and it's not all sunshines and rainbows like people think. A lot of midwifery is caring. You're spending your time caring for a mum before she's even had her baby. And, having the baby is a wonderful part, but then there's the postpartum period. It's not, you still get your terrible days in mid. And also, if you're looking for for a career that's high in pay, that's not it. Like you do midwifery because you love the mums and the babies and helping the families through that period. You don't do it to make good money. Is
it a good paying career? What's a base for just?
Oh, I think like for a junior, I don't even know now. It's changed now. I could be so wrong. I think for like a junior full time midwife, you're probably looking at 60,000.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Great stuff.
Do you think that's underpaid?
Yeah, I think the whole like nursing, medicine, paramedicine, midwifery, doctors, everything. I feel like GPs, it's so underpaid at the moment, but so is everything.
I agree.
Yeah, so is everything. I just think like if you're going to do your mid, be prepared. There's going to be night shift. There's going to be long shifts. There's going to be a lot of observations like, doing mum's blood pressure, fundal checks, checking for blood loss, this, that, the other. Yes, you get to cuddle the babies, but that's 1% of your job, 0.5% of your job. You don't even really do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
There's so much
You've
more
got to
to
be
it
there to help. Yeah.
You can't just think of it, they're giving birth. Oh my God, this is your baby.
I know.
Congratulations. It's so much more to it.
When I was studying after our first placement, you should have seen people drop out because they were like, I didn't think it was like this. Like, yeah, it's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to love the whole process.
Got to love the whole process.
The birth is for you
I love Birth Suite. That's like my favorite area.
Is it?
It's like bringing new life into the world. But then I've got great friends and their favourite thing is to work in special care nursery with the unwell babies or to work in the postpartum period after the mums have had their babies. I feel like every midwife has their niche.
Yep.
And mine's definitely Birth Suite. I love the adrenaline of that. And
Love it. I've got some rapid fire questions for you at the end. They're easy. They're easy.
Okay.
But I want to ask you, wind back the clock. Might be a tough question to answer on the spot. Because at 18 you knew you wanted to be a midwife, right?
Yep.
What would you, looking at where you are now, like what do you tell your 18-year-old self about, like what's some advice you're giving yourself at 18 if you knew what you knew now?
Oh, probably travel more because
Really?
when you work so much, I feel like as a business owner, it is so consuming.
It is.
People are like, yep, you're money driven, you get great money, and you do, but you got to work hard for that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only one part of it. You know, like what you said, we were talking before, you stay up all night wondering about things, about this, about that, and then the anxiety of going into meetings and trying to work out what's next, how do I grow?
Yep.
It's hard. It's really hard, and it's great. And also, I probably agree, like you might agree with me here, but running your own business can be very isolating, even when you have staff. It just doesn't feel like, because it's all on you.
Yep.
And you're inside your own head. And
it can be lonely in your mind.
Lonely, and when you're at home and after hours, you're thinking of stuff by yourself, and you're like, this feels so hard.
Does Ambrose understand? Does he get it?
Yes, Ambrose gets it because he's more of a workaholic than anybody I have ever met.
Let's plug it. By the way, I know I was about to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this, but you guys have got a gym in.
Yeah, we've got a gym in Fitzroy. Mind and Body.
Yeah, right.
On Johnson Street. Yeah.
And you guys own it.
Yeah.
Is it busy? Goes well?
Yeah, it's been there for a long time. It does really well. And inside it, he's got his Australian corporate myotherapy clinic. So
cool.
that goes really well.
Yeah, well.
But Ambrose has been working for a really long time. And, you know, I was saying to you earlier that he's such a workaholic that it caused massive friction in our relationship.
Yep.
So we've had to reassess a few things and go, hold on, this isn't working. We're both doing 1,000 hours a week.
Yep.
We're just not giving anything. So yeah, we've had to make some changes, and now he's doing a lot of other stuff, and yeah.
Last question before I get to these. Kids in the future?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You've got 3?
I got
You've
3.
always been open about you'd love another kid.
Got 3. Would love 4.
Ambrose, is he on board?
Yeah,
or
I don't have to push him for anything, you know, Paul. Like if I am like, hey, let's have a baby, he'll be like, yeah, cool, let's go now. Like that's him. Like I'm on, let's go.
So do you have any announcements to make right now or not?
No pregnant. All my followers are asking the same thing. Okay. They're like, is there a baby in your tummy? You've been really quiet on social media. Not yet. Hopefully soon.
Okay.
Hopefully soon.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
All right. I've got 12 questions here.
12?
They're quick. They're really quick. They should be short answers.
Ali's laughing. What are these going to be?
No, they're nothing. They're easy. Just for a bit of fun.
Okay.
They're short. What's your favourite colour?
Black and green.
Okay. Who makes you laugh the most?
Oh, fuck. My friend Scroto is pretty funny.
Who?
It's my friend Scroto.
Scroto?
Yeah, his name says it all.
What a name.
He's hilarious. He makes you wet your pants when you're around him.
All right. We'll find out a bit more about Scroto another time. All-time favourite food?
Oh, I can't go past a Parma.
Yeah, true. What's your first and last drink at a party if you're going to have a bit of a crack? First drink. What are you drinking when you arrive? Gin? Right through?
Yeah.
You'll be on gin to the end?
Love gin and Shiraz.
Okay.
Gin and Shiraz.
I know the answer to this, but do you prefer social time or alone time?
Oh, I love alone time.
Love alone time?
I love going out, but I'm a homebody. I love being at home.
Yeah. What is your biggest fear?
Oh, fuck, dying, if I'm honest.
Oh,
I'm
no
so
shit.
fucked. I'm so fucked.
Oh my God. I can't stand the thought of dying. It scares the hell out of me.
Yeah. Yep.
Actually, no, I'm just going to say it. Last night, I jumped on AI and asked him.
Oh, you did not.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not even going to go there. It's fucked. I'm scared of dying. So that's another one. What is your comfort snack?
Oh, at the moment, barbecue shapes. Like, I can't get enough of
They're
them.
amazing. Put a bit of blue cheese on there. What is your love language?
Oh, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like a nurturer.
Yeah.
What's that? Like, not acts of service. Like,
not physical touch.
Nah, that'd be Ambrose. No, I am like, if you're sick, like I'll cook for you, I'll clean for you, I'll make sure you're warm.
Yep. I don't know what the terminology is, but
yeah, that.
Em will know. What's one of your nicknames?
Millie Poos.
Millie Poos?
Everyone calls me Millie Poos.
Just tell me how.
I can't even remember.
Okay, Millie Poos.
Can't even
All right,
remember.
thanks for letting me know that. Is your bed made right now?
It's not, but only because I'm changing my sheets. I have to change my sheets.
Okay.
I have to make it every day. Otherwise, I feel like a sloth. But I purposely didn't make it this morning because I was rushing out the door to you and I need to change my sheets.
Okay.
I change them every week, by the way.
What movie makes you cry?
Oh, I've got a black heart. I've got a black soul.
Oh, really?
I don't ever cry.
You don't cry? You're not a crier at any time?
I'm not a crier.
Okay.
I'll cry if like a kid's dying on a documentary that I've seen. I can't cope with that. Oh, my God.
Okay, this is a random question. I don't know if you're going to understand it. If you don't, we'll move on to the next one. It was give me a tip off from your sister.
Oh, here we go.
What can you tell me about the chair leg?
Oh, for fuck's sake. How did I know she was going to bring this up?
Are we going there or are we not?
Oh, I'll go there quickly.
Okay, go.
When I was young, we were playing Murder in the Dark. Murder in the Dark, you know,
Yep.
Murder in the Dark. Best, scariest game ever.
Yep.
I would have been 9, 10, playing Murder in the Dark in the study. My friend's house that we were playing at, they had no furniture in the house because they were laying their slate floors.
Okay.
So everything was stacked up, piled on top of each other in the study. We were hiding in the study in a pitch black study. I climbed to the top of the stacked up chairs and tables. It slipped and I pretty much almost lost my virginity to a chair leg. Straight to hospital at the age of 9.
Okay.
Like that serious.
That was that bad.
That bad that like the sexual unit came in and thought that something had happened to me, that I'd been sexually abused.
That's full on.
Fucked. So now people make a joke that I lost my virginity to a chair when I was 9. I didn't, but it was close.
Gee,
it was
Hannah,
fucked.
That's for you, Hannah.
Thinks
Thanks
that's
so much.
funny. Thanks, Hannah.
Last question.
You.
Who is your hall pass?
I can't say this one out loud because we're talking about him before.
Oh.
And he'll probably watch this, so I can't. No,
Yeah. I get it.
Can't say that.
Think of someone else.
Jude Law. In America, Jude Law.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who's your hall pass?
Wow.
Oh, you said it before too.
True. I did.
See?
I did.
Well, her husband is my hall pass. Like 100%. Oh, my God. Yep.
I feel like people might be picking up what we're putting down here, to be honest.
No, they're not. Ali, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, we didn't mention them.
Didn't mention it.
That's all I've got for you. I reckon
Thank
I
you.
could probably just keep talking to you, but thanks so much for coming on.
Oh,
thanks for taking the
having
time
me.
out of your
Thanks for
bloody
having me.
busy,
Well, you're just as busy.
bonkers life. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a busy afternoon, but
Sell
regardless,
some houses.
it's been good to chat.
Yeah, nice to chat to you.
And I'd love to catch up in 12 months.
I'd love to catch up
Just
when I
to
move into
see-
my house and you can come and appraise it for
I will.
me.
I'll come and have a look.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
the next thing.
Yeah.
I'll come and have a look and see what all the fuss is about. I've seen photos. It looks amazing.
It is amazing.
But in 12 months, it'll be amazing to see where you're at.
Yeah, you
I don't
too.
even know how you're going to get any bigger than where you are, but
Well, we'll talk investing, hey?
I don't know if my pockets are deep enough to get involved in that. But regardless, thank you. It's been amazing.
Yeah, you
Appreciate you coming on.